Hey, random stranger, wherever you are, I hope you're doing all right. It's good to have you with me for another episode of A Place Further Than the Universe. Last episode, our girls got a ticket to Antarctica finally, but that ticket also turned out to be a friend. And I am impressed that the bonding between these four girls seems to be happening so quickly, but yet it's also so believable at the same time. And I think that's just a feat of good writing. Speaking of good, I am unusually happy watching this show because it really showcases just the goodness of these girls. Yes, they have their own individual fears and doubts and flaws, but I can already tell that it's being set up really well for them to lean on and support each other, and I guess from there grow as people. It's just like a really great aspirational show about how you can achieve anything when you're young. It's particularly poignant because young people these days often get so much crap from older generations about, not knowing enough to make a difference, eating too much avocado toast. But then you see people like Greta Thunberg or the students who are leading these pro-democracy protests around the world. And I don't mean to get too political here, but regardless of the extent to which you agree or disagree with those people, these are young people who are making a real impact. And I think A Place Further Than Universe is a story in that same vein of don't let anyone look down on you because you're young. So usually in a show with multiple main characters, I will tend to pick out and start cementing a fave in my heart. However, I am having a hard time doing that with this show, which is a great thing because they all have such distinctive quirks and are likable in so many different ways. Shirase is probably the one that's pipped the others slightly because it is rare to have a character that is so aloof but also so intensely shy and awkward, but also so fierce and determined and strategic with how she achieves their goals. And I love it. I love her. I love the other girls. And I can't wait to peel back these, I guess, onion layers with all of them. Okay, now that I've ranted about how good it is to watch this show, let's actually watch it. If you guys are ready, in 3, 2, 1, go. Summer training docs. Oh, this is getting real. They're in. Oh, those girls. Shida says cool. She's like, we'll rub it in their faces when the time is right. Yeah. Gotta love a good jerk. They're so cute. Okay, so we've got the training episode this time, and then I wonder if it's off to Antarctica the next. Or Australia, actually, because they do need to stop over there. That'll be exciting. I wonder how they're going to do the Aussie accents for that. Probably just be speaking Japanese, but one can dream. I love how that scene, they're just all jumping up and it matches perfectly with the music. Oh, that bucket said toilet. Even the opening does a great job of spotlighting the relationships between these girls. She does his face. Like, save me from these idiots. It must be her grandma who's giving permission. Wonder if there's been no mention of Shirase's dad. If she has one. Oh, not good, not good. Never talk to your parents when they're chopping vegetables and you're about to tell them something they're gonna hate. She knows. What's the sudden, like, horror vibe? Oh, I don't like this. I've once accidentally chopped my fingertip off while I was cutting a carrot, so this is somewhat triggering. Bad smile. A neighbor. Did she forge a signature? The Jaws music in the background. It's a cooking utensil. At least she didn't grab the knife. Oh, the dad is like, you're on your own, mate. I love how silly the show is. It's a nice balance. That's fair. The funding. I wonder if her friend is jealous. I don't know, she kind of seems to be always sort of raining on her parade a bit. Trying to pull back her expectations of actually going. That's right, she's the genius, right? Mm. Traitor. I love that Kimade is always like hiding in the corner, muttering to herself. So Yuzuki is the youngest of them all. But maybe the one that's sort of more mature because of her child actress background. That's right, public versus private image. Shirase looks good in a hoodie. Ah, expedition member. First impressions. Is that their little mascot? Yeah, this is highly unglamorous for an Antarctic expedition. You can't stop that girl from doing anything. So the expedition team is up against a lot of challenges as well. It's not just the kids. Yeah, it's very similar. In your face. Oh wow, just an entire training program just for them four. Nice bit of geography. Oh, Torogin. She said that like she was surprised. She looks like a tough ass. She just was looking at her a bit funny though. I wonder if, I don't know. Yeah, see, she's not responding. It's unusual because she was the one, the reason why this all started. Yeah, Kimari's noticing it too. You must come home alive. Oh, I wonder if Shirase was thinking of her mom. That's why. No, there's definitely something between those two. Hmm. Okay. Oh, so she was the one who was preventing Shirase from coming. So they must be Takako's like friends, or I mean expedition team members who became close to Takako. Oh, I wonder if Shirase blames them for a mom not returning home. Oh, we're getting very, very practical in this anime. That's nice. I was the worst at this navigation stuff. La hen. Yeah, gadgets, man. I'm a little bit allergic to gadgets. Hey, they seem to be know what they're doing. Okay, maybe not. You're right. Am I right? At some point. Hmm. Yeah, it's your life at stake. Oh, give it his secret gift. They're all exhausted. Direct. Please shut talking. This must be a mistake in the subs. They're not sleeping, are they? Oh. Oh, so she meant to say, please shut up, but then she didn't want to be rude. My God, these girls. I want to know that too. Because he's just completely shut down. More than usual. Oh. Oh man. Oh, there's a deep, deep wound there. Yeah. I love how emotionally mature Hinata is. Um, That harmonica in the background. It's really good choices in music. Yeah, they're pretty pro already. They're gonna be fine. Oh, should I say? Oh, it was her who's sending emails to her mom. Oh god. Oh, Kimari. She's one of those sleepers. Just take the whole bed, all the blankets, and you just want to kill them with your bare hands. Is that Gin? Yeah. Being all moody and thinking about Takako. Takako probably, I mean, Shirase is probably the splitting image of Takako, so it must be hard to see her again. Ah, they are really high. Ah, this is making me miss travel so much. Very strange. Yes. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yep, best kind of trouble. Yeah, she has her own reasons too. Hey, character development. She's got her goals a lot more clearer now. Uh, it's beautiful. My goodness, they make it look so good. Well, I can't wait till they do the Aurora, the Northern Lights scene. Hey, another fantastic, fantastic episode. All right, so this was the boot camp episode, but it did so much more than just show us that the girls are getting really serious about prepping for Antarctica. It introduced us to Torogin, who, big reveal, went to Antarctica with Shirase's mum Takako and was presumably one of her closest friends. There is some serious tension between Gin and Shirase that you could just cut with a big butcher knife. Obviously, a lot of it has to do with the fact that Gin and the rest of the expedition team came home, but Takako didn't. And I think I gotta mentally prepare myself, mentally and emotionally prepare myself, because I think that's gonna be some really heavy, soul crushing stuff. And that's the thing about this show. It takes us from laugh out loud moments like when Dumb and Dumber, and by that I mean Kimari and Hinata, laughing at Yuzuki's slip up, to like punchy in the heart moments in seconds, to when like Shirase is telling the others about her relationship with Gin. It is just so effortless and natural how they slip those emotional beats in there, and as a viewer it just keeps me on my toes, and like hats off to the writers for getting that balance so right. I also love how they include little bits of subtle but very important information that just like kind of surface in one episode and then pops up again in another without you expecting it to. So for example, in this episode we find out that the email to mum, which we saw back in episode 1, was actually from Shirase's phone, which means she's been emailing updates to her mum all this time. So that's like 3 years. That is a long ass time, and I think we can safely assume that she hasn't received any sort of reply for all of that time. So I don't think that blows a hole in my theory that, in my admittedly very optimistic theory, that Takako is somewhere super remote, sort of enjoying life where there's no internet, no nothing. We'll see. The last thing I want to quickly touch on for this episode was Kimari's little monologue at the end when Gin turns to her and asks, "Why are you going to Antarctica?" And in this beautiful moment of clarity and character growth, Kimari tells her that she used to just want to get out of town, you know, do something, anything. She wasn't sure what before her high school years are over, but things have changed since meeting the girls and now meeting the team. She knows for sure now that she wants to go to Antarctica, like this real place which takes real steps to get there. And yeah, that's where she wants to go, which says to me that the connections she's made with these people whom she now calls friends have helped, I guess, color in her dream essentially, which has taken on a much more vibrant, much more solid form. And it speaks to how chance meetings with certain people can spark these life-changing moments, and they sometimes end up guiding us, and in some cases even going with us to the place where we feel most alive. And I just think that's so beautiful and so awesome. It was just such a cathartic moment for Kimari and also for me watching her. So that was episode 4 of this super enjoyable anime. I'm really glad that I picked this one, and I can't wait to see where the girls are headed next.